Okay, let's begin a geometry final exam review. The first thing we're going to look at is similar figures. The first question says, what is the scale factor of quadrilateral ABCD to RSTV? Well, the scale factor, remember, is the ratio of the corresponding sides. So here, the corresponding sides that we have are 2 to 5. So the scale factor would be 2 to 5. Then we know in similar figures the corresponding angles are congruent. So angle S is 90 degrees, so that means that angle B is 90. Angle C is given as 50, which means angle T is 50. And V is 125, so that makes D 125. Now if we were asked to figure out what angle A or angle R is, what we have to do is we have to add up the angles that we currently have and subtract that total from 360. So I have 125 plus 50 plus 90. That gives me 265. Subtract that from 360 and we have 95 degrees for our last angle. So that angle would be 95, that angle would be 95. The four questions that are asked here. Angle B, that would be 90 degrees. Angle T would be 50 degrees. And now in order to find the length of RS and BC, we're going to have to use the scale factor. So we're going to use 2:5 as 6 is to RS. Then when we cross multiply, we get 2 times RS is equal to 30. Therefore, RS is equal to 15. So the length of this is 15. They are in a 2 to 5 ratio. The next question says, what is the length of BC? Well, we're going to have to do the same thing again. 2:5 as BC is to 20. Now notice we have small to large. We have to do small to large in the second fraction as well, and that's why I did small to large in the previous example. So here when we cross multiply, we get 5 times BC is equal to 40, and then BC is equal to 40 divided by 5, which is 8. Okay, next question. We're asked to find the length of this piece from here to here is the length of X. Well, we have a parallel line here. This line is supposed to be given parallel to this line. So therefore, the two triangles are congruent, which means that their corresponding sides are proportional. So we would have 4:10 as X is to X plus 15. Cross multiplying, we get 10X is equal to 4X plus 60. So then 6X equals 60, X is equal to 10. So this piece is equal to 10. Next question. Here we have an angle bisector. The angle bisector, the theorem is that it divides this side proportional to the other two sides. So 6 is to X as 10 is to 15. Then cross multiplying, we get 10X is equal to 15 times 6, which is equal to 90. So then X is equal to 9. The length of that is 9. Next question, number 4. When 3 parallel lines are intersected, or when, let's see, how does the theorem go? When two transversals are intersected by 3 parallel lines, when 3 parallel lines intersect 2 transversals, the transversals are divided proportional. So we have X plus 4 is to 5 as 2X plus 3 is to 6. Cross multiply, we get 6X plus 24 is equal to 10X plus 15. Solve this, we get 4X is equal to 24 minus 15, which is 9. X is equal to 9/4. So that's not very pretty, but that's what we got. Next one. Okay, this was our favorite, number 5. Number 5 is where we have an altitude drawn to the hypotenuse of the right triangle. I wonder if I'm still recording. I hope so. When the altitude is drawn to the hypotenuse of the right triangle, the three geometric means that are formed, we have y as a geometric mean, x is a geometric mean, and z is a geometric mean. So then x is the geometric mean between the segments of the hypotenuse, so between 4 and 6. So we get x squared is equal to 24. X then is equal to the square root of 24, which can be broken up into the square root of 4 times the square root of 6, which is 2 times the square root of 6. So the altitude here is 2 times the square root of 6. Then for y and z, y is the geometric mean between the whole hypotenuse, 10, and the segment of the hypotenuse that's adjacent to the side y, so that would be the 4. So y squared is equal to 40, y is equal to the square root of 40, which would be the square root of 4 times the square root of 10. So then we got 2 times the square root of 10 for the length of y. Remember, these were the good old days. And then the next one, z, is the geometric mean between the whole hypotenuse 10 and the segment of the hypotenuse that's adjacent to z, which would be that 6. So then z squared is equal to 60. Z is equal to the square root of 60. Now what two numbers multiply to get 60 that one is a perfect square? We would have the square root of 4 times the square root of 15. And so z is equal to 2 times the square root of 15. Okay, that's page 1.